Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We got a bunch of news, okay? So I got the cardboard notes, we're ready to rock and roll. Gonna go through a bunch of topics, all right? So let's just start with this. Things are changing and they're changing fast. And you need to look behind the scenes of why companies do things or why certain products go up or down in value, right? You have to look behind the veil is what I like to say. And right now to say that the veil is being torn and opened up is an understatement. You guys know what I mean. All right, guys, American Airlines. Let's start here, okay? In the travel and leisure sector, you guys, you know that since January, I started telling everybody we're gonna see subscription services, then travel and leisure get hit. We're gonna go on and on and on until mass layoffs happen. Layoffs have already started really in earnest in the mortgage sector. We're seeing thousands of people being laid off. Doesn't always hit the news. I bring it to you guys just so you can see because the housing market's collapsing, right? And it's happening fast. But now we're seeing American Airlines announce something. Now, a lot of people would say this isn't a big deal. Let me tell you something first. I have a lot of pilots that are subscribers to this channel. As a matter of fact, if any of you guys are here, put it down in the comment section. Why? I started telling people the crazy story of how many airlines were granted the permission in the mid 2000s, around 2005, 2006, to literally steal the pensions from its employees in order to stay open. That is right. Many people don't know that. And that's why a lot of pilots have jumped on this channel because of a video I did a long time ago. And it's very, very important to know that, all right? Because I want you to think about that could be your pension. And I do believe we're coming into a pension crisis that you've never seen before. And everything you thought you had today is about to be gone, leveled. The pension crisis that will come because of derivatives and lies that were put together for your pension plans are gonna come out, and it's gonna be ugly. And I want people prepared, not scared. And that's why, you don't go, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You don't go run out and sell your 401ks and all this kind of stuff. You start to think logically and rationally. And one of those things, get out of debt. Sorry, I digress, but I had to explain that. American Airlines just is closing its flight attendant base in San Francisco. Now, first off, it is its smallest base. All right. So I want to make that clear, but this is going to affect a few hundred flight attendants that have been there for literally decades. All right. So this is going to affect people. And American Airlines said that it is literally more of a burden than a blessing. Now, let's talk about stuff on the backside. Now, first off, 10 years ago, American Airlines, actually, they had their domicile, or their base for pilots. They had one in San Francisco. They got rid of that, okay? So this is nothing new, but I want to explain something. 10 years ago when they did this, it was because the economy was in total crap. 2012, people were busy losing their homes instead of flying. That's why they did it. They were contracting. They said, hey, it's too expensive to keep this base in San Francisco. We're having to pay rent to the airport and doing all this stuff. Let's move them. Okay, what this is, I want people to understand this. This is a cost-cutting measure. They're trying their hardest rather than laying people off because they have a worker shortage right now. They have a pilot shortage, a flight attendant shortage. They have all kinds of shortages. As a matter of fact, they got more airplanes sitting off on the end of the runway. Guys, pilots, jump in the comment section and let them know what I'm talking about. They got more planes sitting off on the end of the runway, completely closed up and shut down. And then they're packing you guys all in, me included, into the airplane, all tight and super cramped, because they don't have enough staff to run these things and they're having a hard time. But they also are down on people traveling. This isn't like the Thanksgiving season where you see everybody's jamming in. There are fewer people traveling. Why? Because they have less money now because of higher food costs, gasoline, you name it, all right? So think about that when you start seeing news stories like this. This is a cost-cutting measure, but they don't want to come out and tell you that, all right? Next, Alaska. We've been talking about 50-year cycles, and this is a 50-year and 100-year cycle. This is an amazing cycle that converges, around the 24th of September? Not saying the world's gonna end. It's not gonna end. It's gonna keep going. But you'll see by around the 24th of September, things hitting the economy and how they are going to drastically affect the world's economy going into all of the rest of 22 and 23, okay? Alaska pounded by a superstorm, which may unleash worst flooding in how many years? How many years? It's all over the news. Saudi Arabia just lost that deal, 50 years. Roe versus Wade, 50 years. Oh, wait, hey, flooding, 50 years. Now, it says it may, right? We're gonna see, we're gonna find out. But what I said is I keep watching these 50-year cycles. Everything is breaking down right now. And I believe that you are gonna see, because of what is this, triple La Nina year, you are going to see massive storms. But they're not gonna be like, oh, that's the first thing California say, we need the rain. Like, no, you don't understand. This isn't the kind of rain you want. This is going to be all centered in one area and dumping, unleashing crazy floods. Meteorologists all over, you seeing stories in the news where they're talking about massive floods that we have not seen in 50 or 100 years. Massive floods coming. Like what happened in Las Vegas. You saw literally storm clouds just go right over the top of Las Vegas and just dump torrential amounts of rain in a matter of hours, completely wiping out, flooding parts of Las Vegas. I mean, we're talking big. It's very rare that Vegas has a super, cell sit just right over the top of it. It's weird. Almost, you can almost see what's going on in the background here. But the point being is that we are going to see that. Now, here's another thing that most people don't realize. When you have a lot of rain after extreme drought, see, the earth starts to crack and go dry. You see it all the time in places that are drought stricken. These massive cracks are formed in the earth, in the sand or the dirt, right? What's happening also when the earth is heated up, like in a fire, the earth actually expands and gets bigger. I see it all the time as a fireman. When I go superheated area of ash, I hit it with water and it just explodes. Why? Because there's so much heat and energy in all of the pockets of the sand or the earth. When you hit it, it explodes hot, releases everything, and then sinks. Well, that causes sinkholes. And it's actually a well-known fact. There's a, I want to say it's in Texas. It's in Texas, there's a lake that used to be a car dealership, a Chevrolet dealership in the 50s, and it's now a sinkhole. You don't even see the dealership anymore because it's completely gone because there were Corvettes sitting in, 50 feet down, and it's now a lake. But it's because there was a time, again, 50 years ago, pretty sure it was 50 years ago, it was super hot, dry, drought conditions, and then rain came through and boom, just sunken down. Sorry, I digress, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens there. Now, Germany. This is interesting because I got a family member in Germany that won't even talk to me. So I'm going to tell you about that. It's about this, actually, because about 10 years ago, I was warning him consistently, buy precious metals, get out of debt, get ready. You're going to see your economy completely implode. And it is right now, but it's crazy. German takeover bid as energy crisis expands. Right now, they're trying to figure out everything. All right, you remember the day Angela Merkel was laughing at Donald Trump? Literally, like out loud, you're an idiot, you're a moron. When he goes, you better get this energy problem under control because you are so reliant on Russia. You are so reliant on Russia, it's going to come back to bite you. And she's like, you're a moron, I'm elitist. Just, and now it's like, whoa. People are angry at me? Yeah, that's right, because the next headline is angry customers demand explanation as German energy bills soar. You know what blows me away? First off, energy bills are exploding because of rampant speculation that happened in the energy markets, all right? People need to understand that is one reason. Another reason, that's right, you were too darn reliant on Russian energy, okay? You need to go find your own. Or you need to be nice. You got to play nice. I know that's just how it works. It's going to come back to bite you. If you all of a sudden think you're too big and then you get knocked down a notch or two, it's going to hurt. The other thing that blows me away that people don't realize, your currency, the euro, is going down in value. So as the speculators are running the prices up of energy costs, your currency is actually going down too, which only exacerbates the problem. That's literally how simple it is. And the reason why I say precious metals is just get ready. The euro is a failed experiment. But good news, so is the US dollar. We're going down too. But we're the best smelling turd in the punch bowl. That's right. Because the DXY, the measure of how strong the dollar is, weighted against all the other crap currencies, it just seems to be strong. But actually it's doing this. They're both going down. That's it. Our currency also is destined to fail. That's why I want to hedge against inflation. I want to get out of debt. I want to buy assets that people pay me to own, like real estate. I think I would hold off on that. That's not financial advice. That's just coming from a guy that was a real estate agent, owned a couple real estate brokerages, and had a bunch of houses and flipped companies in 2000 and then sold them all in 2006. Why? Because I saw that crash coming, and this one's coming too. And this one's going to be magnificent. Just wait till your mortgage is over 10%. And trust me, it's coming to a household near you very, very soon, within the next 12 months. But I digress. See, guys, the thing is, that's why my brother-in-law doesn't even speak to me. I'm the crazy person. I'm the crazy one that said, all this is going to come down. It's all just a house of cards, and you should be ready for it. Nah, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. And now he's one of those angry people, just angry at the world. It's always somebody else's fault, never theirs. That's just how life works, guys. Wait, I hope you got something out of this. I don't want to keep it too long. Let's get out of here. I will pick that up, all right? Put down in the comment section if you think that in the next 12 months, is the economy going to be stronger or is it going to be weaker? All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.